Okay, here's the thing. I don't think I can top that music. Was that not the coolest thing? That is some good music. That is some good music. Um, and I get to have a special source for that music. I may advertise them eventually. But pay subscription, good music, some good tunes, build up, cinematic, and we're here at Charles de Gaulle. We're in our 737. We're doing a contract flight with KLM. We'll be flying from Charles de Gaulle to Schiphol, Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. It's not a long flight at all. Total time in total miles is about 215 miles. It will take longer to do the pre-flight than it will almost to get there. So we'll go ahead and set up. I am already. I'm not completely cold and dark. I went ahead and we have lights in the cockpit. I did go that far, but let's go ahead and start the APU. I'm in the Zibo 737-800 aircraft, in case you're wondering. We'll get some lights on here. Steady position light, anti-collision is on, wing light, and the wheel well lights on for inspection. Navs are set to align. Okay.
Folks from the cockpit, I'd like to welcome you on board. We're ready up front. Everybody's closed up outside. We're just waiting to get some of our performance numbers and the clearance from air traffic control, and we should be underway. Pleasure having you on board with us today. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Should be underway here shortly. Thanks for flying with Delta today.
It's partially true. He's probably milking that a little bit. Like we're not like we're at this second about to get out of here. Our co-pilot on this flight is coming from Say Intentions. It is our buddy Sanjay, and he's going to be getting our IFR clearance. Sanjay, good evening. Could you please get our IFR clearance for Schiphol?
I'll get our IFR clearance.
Okay, we've loaded that part of our flight plan. I already have the flight plan.
De Gaulle clearance KLM dot dash 1 dash 4 dash 1 dash 2 comma.
We were
We
not
are ready to
for
pick
that.
up our IFR clearance with India.
Pardon me, guys.
Have your clearance in just a second.
We have to redo that load of the flight plan because I did something wrong. So I'm going to hit it again. One step is your SimBrief downloader.
De Gaulle clearance. Clear to Schiphol via the new AM6 Alpha departure runway 27 left. Initial climb to flight level 100. Departure on 119.850 squawk 5254.
100. Flight directors are on, and right now, okay. Sanjay, you're in charge of all comms. On the flight.
I'll handle the comms from now on, Steve.
On the flight plan, we are taking the NERM 6 Alpha Alpha departure NERMO, so that's 27 left.
Charlie Bravo 1313, De Gaulle clearance, Roger, readability 5.
Clearance, Charlie Bravo 1213. Have a wonderful afternoon. We're requesting for clearance to London.
And then we're going to have an arrival
Stand by.
of 27
The Gaulle clearance, Delta 7 kilo with
on
information
Den.
slot ready to copy IFR clearance.
Already there. No, there won't be any special transition. Here we go. for our weight and balance here, airside services, load OFP. And they're hard at work outside. There might be a couple of issues on the LFP, on this Charles de Gaulle custom. This is a custom airport, custom scenery airport. It's, if you look here, the jetways, are the jetways not finished? Or are the passengers actually coming down to the concrete to go up the stairs? I don't know. Because I think I do see some finished jetways, but I think I'm missing some jetways here. Okay, and that's we'll figure that out at some point. Right, we're gonna go ahead and start the APU.
Taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure.
Left and right fuel pumps are on. Emergency lights are armed. A little bit of window heat. It's probably not terribly cold, but we want window heat and yaw damper on. And smoking on to the on.
Flight deck fuel is all loaded up.
And seat belts to the on. What? Okay. Who is it? Oh, because they're near their power lines? Alright, alright. Didn't they do that to us one time and ended up charging us a bunch of money out? Okay. Might not be a bad idea. Sorry, had a little currents I had to deal with there.
378 Papa, request IFR clearance to Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport. Air France 378 Papa, request IFR clearance to Detroit Metropolitan Airport.
Nothing personal, but I hardly understood a word he said.
Departure on wet 26 right, initial climb to flight level 100. Departure on 119.85, score 1726 Air France.
Alright, we're loaded, and we'll get our... This is where we're at that point where he's talking about getting our numbers. We're going to load the numbers. N1 limit. Takeoff flaps setting will be, hold a second here, I think it's going to be 5, but let me pull it up. Alright, flaps are at 5. Our center of gravity is 28.1. That gives us a 4.5 on the trim. Our flex temp is 5.7, And our winds are 339 at 6, so from 339 at 6. Go back. Reload the V numbers. And our V2 is 146, meaning I'm going to put 156 here. And we're going to bring up the throttle arm, auto throttle. And our QNH is 1022. RTO is set to anti-skid.
The Liveries is Scandinavian 862 requesting IFR clearance to Gardermoen. We have information Bravo on board.
And Sanjay, can you get our pushback and start clearance?
Requesting pushback and start clearance now.
De Gaulle ground KLM dot dash.
Want to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Requesting pushback and start clearance. We have India.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
KLM 1412, pushback and start approved, face west.
All right, we APU's going. Our numbers are entered. We'll walk through one more thing on our plan to be sure we're set. And I think we're set for our taxi out to runway 27 left, and we're ready for our departure. Let me knock that up there. Okay, I'm going to put this on a flight plan. I'm going to go down here to, in fact, let's back that up one. Let's go to legs, and where it says step here, now we're going to step through our plan.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, looking fine. Knock that back, and we're gonna put that back on map. So we'll push back. We're taxi out to 27 left, and we're ready to head over to Amsterdam. Like, once again, this is a short flight, but hopefully, you know what, if there's a step in here that you have a question about, feel free to put a comment in. I'll try to answer it.
Release parking brake.
Okay. Parking brake is released. I hit the B button for parking.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Right. We're going to go for engine start. I'm going to go for engine 2.
Prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and I'll call.
Watching this number here, we're looking for a rough number of 25.
So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask
Close
that
to
you please
25.
direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
And bring up insert fuel.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta.
Delta. Delta.
Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority, and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger
All right,
electronic devices
engine 1.
must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and
Watching
bulkhead
for
areas
25
clear.
here.
If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin.
Probes
Smoking,
are activated.
vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless
Packs
products,
are to
including
auto,
chewing tobacco,
and
is not allowed on
isolation
any Delta
valve to
flight.
auto.
Federal law prohibits tampering
Engines.
with, disabling,
Buses
or
are
destroying
on
restroom smoke
and
detectors.
APU is off. Engine bleed
There are
is
8
off.
exits on this plane. 8 doors. 4
Strobe
on each
is
side.
to,
Each door
well,
has a
the
detachable
position is
slide
to
that can be
strobe.
used as a raft. In the
Runway
event of an
and
evacuation,
taxi lights
leave all
are
bags
active.
behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will
Brian,
illuminate the aisles
I'm
to
sorry,
guide
not
you to
Brian.
an exit.
Sanjay, we're ready for our taxi clearance.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatory. Reach up and pull a mask or string them down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any
We're
face
gonna set
covering
our flaps
and place the
to,
mask over
5.
your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note the oxygen is
And
flowing, so
our
don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate.
Anti-skid's
Be sure to
already
adjust
set
your
to
own mask
RTO.
before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case, life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust
TCAS
securely around your
is
waist.
active.
As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Sanjay, we are ready for our
Takeoff, bring
taxi
your seat
clearance
to
if
its
you want
upright
to get
position
our
and stow your
clearance.
tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Got it. I can do that. I'm following it. I'm tracking it here on my map. Because it's a ways to 27 left. It's kind of a little bit of a trek.
Runway 27 left. Papa 1, Tango Alpha 1, Foxtrot, Bravo, Quebec, Bravo 7, Quebec, Quebec 6, KLM dot dash, 1-4-1-2.
Got that? All right. And hello to R Pit. Hey, am I pronouncing that? AR Pit? Patwa. But good to see you. Welcome aboard today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give us your full
Tonight,
attention.
today,
Safety
whatever
first,
it is.
fiesta later, hey? This is KLM Royal Dutch Airlines Flight 1412.
All right,
Departing
we
from
don't
Charles
take
de
the
Gaulle
first
and arriving
right,
at
we take the
Amsterdam.
next one.
We kindly ask you to pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for our frequent flyers. First, let me demonstrate how to fasten your seatbelt. To fasten, insert the metal fitting into
Right
the
here.
buckle until you hear
Papa
a click.
1.
To adjust, pull the strap until it fits snugly across your lap. To release, simply lift the buckle. Remember, your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign
Okay,
is
short
illuminated.
flight today.
Now, please return your seat
Okay,
backs
we're
and tray
going
tables
to
the upright position, and ensure
Amsterdam.
that your window blinds are open for takeoff and landing. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode. and larger devices like laptops should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are strictly prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically. Pull the mask firmly towards you.
By the way,
Place
it's
it over your nose and mouth and breathe normally.
kind of a
Remember to secure
big
your own
distance
mask
to get
before
just
assisting others.
to
Your life vest is
27
located
left.
under your seat or between the seats. To put it on, pull it over your head, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Special life vests for children are available. In case of an emergency, floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. We have exits located at the front, middle, and rear of the aircraft. Please note that the nearest exit may be behind you. If evacuation is necessary, leave all personal belongings behind and follow all safety instructions from the crew immediately. For your safety, please adopt the brace position when instructed by the crew, and remember to follow their instructions at all times. Finally, the safety information card in your seat pocket contains all the details you need. Thank you for your attention and gracias. Enjoy your flight.
Taking like a merging to the right just a little bit up here and then continuing straight. Do you see right here, if you notice the different color for the like little bridge area? That's because I think they had to put a mesh patch on there, because for a while you would go across that and there was no little bridge area, and you would just literally drop into the pit and you'd crash. Obviously they consider that like a crash or an accident. And then I think there was a mesh patch, and it finally made the little areas to help you not crash, not fall. And that was the one that just came in. I am assuming on 27 right. I'm not positive if that was 27 left or 27 right, but I just saw a flight come in. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Arpit Patwa. Let me know if I'm not. Honestly, this Charles de Gaulle, this nighttime look at this airport, it looks pretty good. Tell you what, so there's a lot of space at this airport. Oh, I see one lining up there for a departure. That's my runway 27 left. And that's where we're going.
Good morning. Airbus 818 requesting clearance to London Heathrow.
Yeah, he's on his way.
Airbus 818 requesting clearance to London Heathrow. Clear to Heathrow via Opal 6 Alpha departure. Departure runway 27 left. Initial climb flight 7100. Departure 119 6185. Squawk 652. Airbus 818.
All right, we're going to stop here. Let's go ahead and put our brake on. Flaps are currently at 5. RTO for anti-skid is set. Seat belts and smoking are both to the on position, but I'm going to put these on put that one on auto for seatbelt, and it just helps free me up a little bit. We're going to put our landing lights on, turn off our runway, turn off lights, and we're going to reset our chronos. Sanjay, we are holding short runway 27 left. We're ready for departure.
I'll get our departure clearance now.
Double checking our
Tower KLM.-1-4-1-2, holding short of runway 27 left, ready to depart.
KLM 1412, the Gold Tower, runway 27 left, winds 330 at 6, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff. KLM.-1-4-1-2.
You heard that? Okay. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to line up, and then we're going to be hitting N1. Once we're going to get up to about 40% and then hit N1. Looking good there. Front pressure on yoke. We're ready for departure. I like the call out. That's good. Rotating.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give us your full attention. Safety first. Fiesta
Zero.
Enter, This is KLM Royal Dutch Airlines Flight 1412, departing from Charles de Gaulle and arriving at Amsterdam. We kindly ask you to pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for our frequent flyers. First, let me demonstrate how to fasten your seatbelt. To fasten, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To adjust, pull the strap until it fits snugly across your lap. To release, simply lift the buckle. Remember, your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Now please return your seatbacks and tray tables to the upright position and ensure that your mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight. Including the lavatories.
Departure KLM
In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically.
Climbing to 1500.
Never gets old.
Firmly towards you. Place it over your nose
KLM
and mouth.
1412, the Bourget departure identified, climb flight level 100, turn right heading 330, vectors to Papa Golf 276, then is filed.
To put it on, pull it over your head, fasten it, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Special life vests for children are available. In case of an emergency, floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. We have exits located at the front, middle, and rear of the aircraft. Please note that the nearest exit may be behind you. If evacuation is necessary, leave all personal belongings behind, and follow all safety instructions from the crew immediately. For your safety, please hold the next position when instructed by the crew, and remember to follow their instructions at all times. Finally, the safety information card in your seat pocket contains all the details you need. Thank you for your attention, and gracias. Enjoy your flight.
In case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff.
I know, a lot going on up here.
Now reach an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices. And a listing of these devices can be found in
KLM
Sky Magazine.
1412, contact Paris Control on 131.18.
Contacting Paris
Today's
Control
flight
on
in the economy cabin, you'll be our pleasure to offer you
131.18.
complimentary Coca-Cola.
Some great shots of the
water, juices,
aircraft.
a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies.
Paris Control KLM dot dash 1-4-1
We got a slight right coming up here at waypoint 276.
KLM 1412, Paris Control identified. Good evening. As well as our fresh eats items can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases.
Right turn
For your
coming here.
enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you will select for complimentary TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
And we have just hit 10,000 now. Landing lights off. Taxi light off.
KLM 1412, Paris Control, climb flight level 240.
Climbing flight level 240, KLM dot dash 1-4-1-2.
Alright, for our arrival, we can go ahead and do this now.
Dear guests, we are now at a safe altitude, and I'm pleased
enter
to
our
inform
arrival
you that the
info.
lavatories
So
are
it's
now
flat
available
40
for your
at
use.
142.
You may also use your approved electronic devices
Course
in flight
heading
mode.
is
Cabin
266.
service will begin shortly, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you for choosing KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, and we hope you have a wonderful
And
journey.
frequency is 111.55. 111.55. And our arrival frequency is already set, and we're going to go ahead and set our anti-skid to the 2 position, and we'll do a review of our airport here at on the AV tab, which is EHAM, EHAM. And for our approach, we're looking for our runway is 27, just runway 27.
Paris Control ET6406, any chance of a shortcut to Fear Exact Papa India Romeo Echo Golf?
ET6406, Paris Control identified. Bonsoir pilote.
Paris Control ET6406, any chance of a shortcut direct to
111.55.
Yeah, Romeo Echo Golf.
Decision height is 200. Our elevation at this airport is -11. So basically, our decision height is 0. And I'll check that over here on my Navigraph also. Yeah, -11. So the closest we can get to -11 is just 0. missed approach is to climb on track 266 to 3,000 and inform ATC immediately, max 220 knots. So we'll be, once we capture, we'll be setting our altitude to 3,000. I will leave that up. And we're not going to get above 240. We'll max out there. Okay. Next, we're going to go down here to descent, forecast, and on our arrival, our arrival is 1021. So 1021, that's our QNH. Load that. We're going to request our winds. Got nothing. So since I don't have any winds, it's not giving me any winds, I will go find them. There we go. So we'll pull down descent winds for 200 or 150 and 100. 200 will be 340 at 49. 150 will be 350 at 38. And 100 will be 350 at 2.
KLM 1412, expect the Denny 3 Alpha arrival. I'll start your descent in about 15 minutes. Reach out if you want an early start.
Expect the DNU 3 Alpha arrival. We'll wait for my call on the descent or reach out if we need to start early. KLM.-1-4-1-2.
Delicious Dutch snacks, including our popular cheese rolls, and of course, a lovely cup of coffee. After the service, we will also have selected items from the KLM shop available for you to browse. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight. Gracias.
You're going to have to be on a mission to finish all that because we're 166 miles out. So hurry.
KLM 1412, expect the Denny 3 Alpha arrival. I'll start your descent in about 15 minutes. If you'd like to descend now, just say the word.
Expecting DNU 3 Alpha arrival. We'll wait for our call on the descent. KLM.-1-4-1-2.
So far, no surprises. Shouldn't have said that, should I? Well, sorry. I'm trying to think if I agree with him about, yeah, he's trying to say that we're not going to descend for about 110 miles. I would say, I don't know. Let's see. I'd say I'm not in a hurry. There's no reason to be in a hurry. How about that? No, I think we're fine. It'll go by pretty fast, but we're wow. Sanjay, what's our speed in knots and miles per hour?
Our speed is 448 knots, which is about 515 miles per hour.
Yeah, we're kicking it. What's our winds up here right now? 3. Wow. We're about, winds are from 337 at about 69 knots. So. We're getting ready to start our descent on the Denyu 3 arrival. We're only at this whole flight we haven't been but at 240 because the total time was about 210 miles. Time in would be less than 30 minutes, 210 miles away. So we will, I mean, this descent will be rather short, I think, on this. Wow. Let's see if we have any restrictions on our descent. No. So basically, no. And even on Denu, it says that we have to be below 240 or below when we get to Denu. So.
KLM 1412, contact Brussels Control on 129.575.
Brussels Control KLM.-1-4-1-2, Good evening. Maintaining flight level 240. Brussels Control KLM.-1-4-1-2, Good evening. Maintaining flight level 240.
KLM 1412, Brussels Control identified. Good evening.
Sanjay, we're prepared to begin our descent on the Denu 3 arrival into EHAM.
I'll request descent now, Steve.
Brussels Control KLM.-1-4-1-2, requesting descent on the Denny 3 Alpha arrival into Schiphol.
KLM 1412, cleared Denny 3 Alpha into Schiphol. At your discretion, descend flight level 150.
Clear Denu 3 Alpha into Schiphol. Descending flight level 150 at our discretion. KLM.-1-4-1-2.
Let the descent begin. We'll be on a slower descent, I think, and it should manage it. The VNAV should manage it. We're only at 24,240. currently, but we're also 87 miles outside of Amsterdam.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time. Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. And kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
I think she's put me under a little pressure, but it won't be long. Alright, course directors are set to 266. Frequency is locked in. Auto skid or anti-lock brake is already set to 2. And we're just on a steady descent right now. We've only actually been in the air for about 27 minutes. I had the last sip of cold coffee, so I'm good. I'm ready to go. To wake me up. We are kicking it right now at our speed, but I think it looks like we still are well within the parameters, so that's why I really haven't been concerned.
KLM 1412, contact Amsterdam radar on 120.555.
Amsterdam radar, KLM dot dash 1-4-1-2, evening. Descending from flight level 200 to flight level 150.
KLM 1412, Amsterdam radar, identified. Good evening.
We will have a hard slowdown coming, maybe within the next 14 miles, but we'll have to be below 250 or below when we hit the 10,000 mark. Come on, you gotta get slowed down soon. We gotta get set. We gotta bleed off about 70 knots. All right, we've got a right turn coming up here. We're 55 miles from Schiphol. And my only concern right now is we're at 321 knots, and we need to be to 250 knots before we get to 10,000. And we seem to be speeding up. Come on, man. Let me do this. I'm breaking back some brake. Breaker. See if that helps.
KLM 1412, Amsterdam radar, contact Schiphol, approach on 118.08.
Switching to Schiphol approach on 118.08. Schiphol approach KLM dot dash 1-4-1-2, comma. Good evening. Maintaining flight level 150.
KLM 1412, Schiphol approach identified. Good and Avon cleared river transition. Expect the ILS runway 27 approach into Schiphol.
Cleared river transition. Expecting ILS runway 27 approach into Schiphol. KLM dot dash 1-4-1-2.
KLM 1412, descend flight level 100.
Descending flight level 100. KLM dot dash 1-4-1-2.
Having to help it slow down. Now it's bleeding off. Okay.
Hampton departure, Clipper 31 with you passing 2,700 or 6,000.
Clipper 31, Schiphol departure identified. Climb flight level 060.
All right, I'm having to bleed off the speed to get so that we don't go below 10,000 over 250 knots. That would not be good. I don't know if I would get written up for it, but that's not okay. Okay, it's better. Right, if I give you back control, are you gonna help me here? I'm going to flaps 5. I've handed it back over to VNAV to help with the descent. Now that I've got the speed back down, it looks like we're on the same page now. And we're 32 miles outside of Amsterdam. And we do have a transition to approach. That's good. That gives us some, like we've got plenty of time to get set up. And speed brakes just going back to being armed. All right. So we'll actually go past Amsterdam, the airport. It will be to our right. Nothing's wrong when that happens. We'll be doing an approach, arrival approach that puts us on the other side of the airport. So we'll be on the north side, flying at what would be about 90 degrees, 90-degree heading, and setting up for 27.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
I don't understand why we're not descending at the moment. We're 25 miles out. I don't know. We're going to fix that. It's really not a terribly big deal because we'll be passing the airport and then coming back. So, but still. Coming back around. We're at 15 flaps right now on a slow, very slow, steady descent at 700 feet per minute to descend to 3,000, and I pushed that out a little bit too because I've got time. Looks like we'll hit 3,000 just as we go into the approach. It looks like it shortened our approach, so we're not doing a longer circle around approach, but it's taking us right to Tidvo, which is our final.
KLM 617, climb flight level 280. KLM 1412, descend altitude 2000, cleared for the ILS runway 27 approach via river.
Descending to 2000, cleared for the ILS runway 27 approach via river. KLM .-1-4-1-2.
Whoa, where'd that come from? Looks like a little precip. Okay.
Ground, this is KLM 970, requesting pushback down.
KLM 970, say again, please.
Schiphol departures, this is KLM 970, requesting pushback down.
Easy 24 Tango, contact Schiphol Tower on 118.10, 5
Right, we're switching to a heading of 060 as what I'm trying to do is set myself up for Tidvo. I really don't want to put the gear down yet. My aircraft's fussing at me because I'm 6 miles, almost 7 from the airport with a gear up, but I don't want to put my gear down yet. We're not on approach. So I'm just going to put up with that annoying sound. I think it may go off as we get further away. Yeah, it may. Proximity sensor. About 8.3 miles, maybe.
Speedbird 420, Schiphol departure, climb flight level 150.
Climb flight level 150, Speedbird 420.
People departure, good evening, Qatar 1 to November, passing 2,200 to 6,000. Level 100, Qatar 1 to November.
Alright, we're making our turn.
KLM 1412, contact Schiphol Tower on 118.105.
And gear down.
Schiphol Tower on 118.105. KLM dot dash 1 dash 4 dash 1 dash 2. Schiphol Tower KLM dot dash 1 dash 4 dash 1 dash 2, comma. Evening, we're established on the ILS approach for runway 27.
Flaps are at full.
KLM 1412, Schiphol Tower. Roger. Continue approach runway 27.
approach VREF is 147. That's 142 plus 5.
KLM 1412, Schiphol Tower, winds calm. Runway 27, clear it to land.
Runway 27 clear to land. KLM dot dash 1 dash 4 dash 1 dash 2.
Approach localizer is engaged or is captured, and altitude reset to 3,000 in the event of a missed approach. Our approach is 266. Heading bug is being set to 266 in the event of missed. Okay.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Perch altitude set.
My throttle.
Contact departure on 118.08.
Osprey 240 Bravo, climbing through
200. Approaching minimums.
Continue.
100 minimum. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
KLM 1412, contact ground on 121.65.
Your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign.
KLM dot dash
This will
1
be your
dash
one
4
and
dash
only
1 dash 2
indication that it's
coming.
safe for you to get
We are
out and
clear of the
without
runway
captain.
and ready to taxi to the gate.
Please be reminded to use caution when
Schiphol
opening the
ground
overhead
KLM
bins
dot dash
to prevent
1
injury
dash
from
4 dash
articles that
1
may have
dash 2
shifted
coming.
during landing.
Cleared of the runway and ready to
You can now
taxi to
use
the
your
gate.
mobile phones and other handheld electronic devices while we taxi to the gate.
Schiphol ground,
However, your
taxi
laptop
to
computers
Apron Delta
or
Gate
electronic
D902 via
measurements
November 3, Alpha 14, Alpha, Alpha 10. Good
We
day.
invite you to visit delta.com for all your future travel.
KLM
Wow.
1412, Schiphol ground, taxi to Apron Delta Gate D902 via November 3, Alpha 14, Alpha, Alpha 10. Have a good day.
If any of you should have questions regarding ground transportation,
Delta
baggage
Gate Delta
claim,
902 via November 3 Alpha
or any other
14
information, a uniform
Alpha
Delta
Alpha
agent
10
leading this flight will be more than happy to
KLM
answer
dot
any
dash
questions you may have.
1 dash 4 dash 1 dash 2.
On behalf of Delta
Don't belong with you big boys.
crew, we'd like to thank you all for flying with us. We've enjoyed having you on board and look forward to the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. Cross-check and all call.
dock I'm at's not made for this. It's alright. Or that would have been the dock I needed right there. Gear down? Not gear down. Fuel levers to the off. And now we're on GPU power. Lighting lights, everything off, and seat belt lights off. Yeah, this was not made for. It's not meant for me. I went to the wrong gate. Okay. All right, let's go back and shut or end the flight. Decent score. I got knocked off for not being on VADSIM. That's 2 points right there. I lost another point somewhere. Where? On the landing, distance. I thought my distance was fine. I didn't see a problem. Okay. Quick replay. Right, let's passenger view. Right. Alright, good flight. Nothing spectacular. Looks like we've got our review in from Delta. And we turned in our PIREP, our pilot report. And we're on the ground safe in Amsterdam. But it looks also like weather is not great here. Alright, we're cold and dark. Alright, man. I'll see y'all on the next flight.